What if some of California's most desirable towns are facing a housing storm that nobody wants to talk about? For decades, people dreamed of owning a home in the Golden State, chasing ocean breezes, mountain views, sunny streets, and the promise of a better lifestyle. But behind the beautiful scenery, a major shift may be taking place. Picture this: quiet neighborhoods with stunning homes, local cafes, and historic streets where properties once sold within days. Now, some sellers are waiting longer, buyers are becoming more cautious, and economic pressures are starting to reshape the market. Imagine discovering that some California cities could become tomorrow's biggest real estate opportunities, while others may struggle with falling demand, rising costs, and changing conditions. Today, we're counting down 10 California cities where home prices could face serious pressure in 2026. These places still have incredible stories, beautiful landscapes, and
adult
unique
education
communities,
programs, and a
but
wide
hidden
range of contemporary
challenges are
art.
creating uncertainty. Stay until the end, because the number 1 city on this list might be the biggest surprise. Number 10. Bakersfield, California. Picture this: a city where golden farmland stretches toward distant mountains, where old farming roads meet growing neighborhoods, and where California living has remained more affordable than almost anywhere else in the state. This is Bakersfield, a place that attracted thousands of families searching for a piece of the California dream without coastal prices. Located in Kern County, Bakersfield has a population of over 400,000 residents. The city grew rapidly in the late 1800s through agriculture and energy, especially after the discovery of the Kern River oil field in 1899, one of the most important oil discoveries in California history. Today, farming, oil, healthcare, manufacturing, and transportation continue to shape the local economy. Housing has been one of Bakersfield's biggest attractions. Compared with coastal California cities, home prices remain relatively affordable, but recent market changes have created uncertainty. Higher mortgage rates, insurance costs, and slower buyer demand could put pressure on prices if more homes enter the market. Imagine walking through downtown Bakersfield, listening to live country music, visiting local restaurants, and watching the sunset over the Sierra Nevada. Here's what I love about this city: it still has a strong sense of community and local pride. But Bakersfield has challenges too. Summers are extremely hot, air quality remains a concern, and some residents feel career opportunities are limited compared with larger California markets. Bakersfield may not be perfect, but its changing housing market tells a bigger story. And the next California city on our list faces a completely different kind of pressure. Number 9. Fresno, California. Picture this: a city surrounded by some of the most productive farmland on Earth, where orange groves fill the air with fresh citrus scents and mountain views appear in the distance on clear mornings. This is Fresno, a Central Valley city that has long offered something many Californians have struggled to find: space and more affordable homes. Located in Fresno County, the city has a population of more than 540,000 people, making it the 5th largest city in California. Fresno began growing in the late 1800s when railroads connected the region to larger markets, and agriculture transformed the area into one of America's most important farming centers. A unique historical fact is that Fresno became known as the birthplace of commercial raisin production in the United States. Today, Fresno's economy depends heavily on agriculture, healthcare, education, logistics, and manufacturing. The city has attracted residents priced out of coastal markets, but that demand has also created challenges. Rising home costs, high interest rates, and economic dependence on agriculture have raised concerns about future affordability. Real estate in Fresno remains cheaper than many California cities, but housing trends have shown signs of cooling. If job growth slows or more homeowners decide to sell, certain neighborhoods could experience price adjustments. Imagine walking through historic Tower District streets, enjoying local restaurants, festivals, and the relaxed pace of Central Valley life. Here's what I love about Fresno. It offers access to incredible natural wonders like Yosemite and Sequoia National Parks while maintaining a strong local culture. However, living here has downsides. Summer temperatures can become intense, air quality can suffer, and some areas face challenges with infrastructure and economic inequality. Fresno is a city with deep roots and huge potential, but its housing future remains uncertain. And the next town on our list reveals another California market where changing conditions are creating new questions. Number 8. Stockton, California. Picture this: a city built along peaceful waterways, where tree-lined neighborhoods sit beside historic streets, and where the dream of owning a California home once felt more realistic than in the expensive coastal markets. This is Stockton, a city with a complicated past, a changing identity, and a housing market that could face new pressure in 2026. Located in San Joaquin County, Stockton has a population of more than 320,000 residents. Founded during the California Gold Rush era, the city became an important transportation and agricultural center because of its location on the San Joaquin River. One unique historical fact is that Stockton was home to the first permanent inland seaport in California, connecting Central Valley agriculture with global trade. Today, Stockton's economy is supported by logistics, healthcare, agriculture, education, and manufacturing. Its location between the Bay Area and Sacramento has attracted commuters looking for cheaper housing, but that affordability advantage has weakened as prices and mortgage costs have increased. Stockton's real estate market has experienced major ups and downs. After a severe housing crash during the late 2000s, the city recovered strongly, but rising interest rates, insurance costs, and concerns about affordability could create new challenges for homeowners. If demand from commuters decreases, some neighborhoods may see slower growth or price corrections. Imagine walking along the waterfront, visiting local farmers markets, enjoying community festivals, and watching boats move through the historic port. Here's what I love about Stockton. It has a rich cultural mix and a strong connection to California's agricultural history. But the city also faces challenges. Some neighborhoods struggle with crime concerns, summer heat can be intense, and residents often mention the need for more economic opportunities. Stockton's story is one of rebuilding and transformation. But as California's housing market continues to shift, the next city on our countdown shows how even beautiful communities can face unexpected challenges. Number 7. Riverside, California. Picture this: a city where palm trees line historic streets. Orange groves once covered the landscape, and the mountains rise in the distance like a painted backdrop. Riverside has always represented a different version of the California dream, close enough to major cities, but far enough away to offer more space and lower prices. However, in 2026, this balance could face new pressure. Located in Riverside County, the city has a population of more than 300,000 residents. Founded in the late 1800s, Riverside became famous for its citrus industry, especially after the arrival of the Washington navel orange, which helped transform the region's economy. A unique historical fact is that Riverside was once considered the birthplace of California's citrus boom. Today, the local economy is supported by healthcare, education, manufacturing, logistics, and government jobs. Its location near Los Angeles and Orange County has made it attractive for commuters searching for more affordable housing. But rising interest rates, increasing insurance costs, and affordability concerns have created uncertainty in the housing market. Home prices in Riverside remain high compared with many inland cities, and some buyers are becoming more cautious as monthly payments increase. If demand weakens, especially among long-distance commuters, certain neighborhoods could experience slower growth or price declines. Imagine spending a morning at a local coffee shop downtown, exploring the historic Mission Inn, and watching the sunset over the San Bernardino Mountains. Here's what I love about Riverside. It combines history, culture, and natural beauty in a way few inland cities can match. But living here has challenges. Traffic can be frustrating, summers are extremely hot, and some residents feel housing costs have moved beyond what local incomes can comfortably support. Riverside remains a city full of character and opportunity. But the next California city on our list faces an even bigger question. What happens when paradise becomes too expensive to maintain? Number 6. Santa Rosa, California. Picture this: rolling vineyards stretching across golden hills, quiet roads lined with oak trees, and a town where mornings begin with fresh coffee, farmers markets, and cool Northern California air. Santa Rosa has long been a place where people chase a slower, more peaceful lifestyle. But beneath its beautiful scenery, the housing market is facing new challenges that could reshape the city's future. Located in Sonoma County, Santa Rosa has a population of around 180,000 residents. The city was founded in the mid-1800s and grew as an agricultural center, especially through wine production and farming. One unique historical fact is that Santa Rosa was the home of famous horticulturist Luther Burbank, whose plant experiments influenced agriculture around the world. Today, Santa Rosa's economy depends on wine tourism, healthcare, technology, agriculture, and small businesses. Its beautiful location near vineyards and the Pacific coast has made it attractive to retirees and professionals seeking a high-quality lifestyle. However, extremely high home prices, rising insurance costs, and wildfire risks have created growing concerns. Housing in Santa Rosa remains expensive compared with much of California. After years of strong demand, some buyers have become more cautious due to higher mortgage payments and the increasing cost of owning property in wildfire-prone areas. These factors could put pressure on prices if demand continues to slow. Imagine walking through downtown Santa Rosa, visiting local wineries, exploring historic neighborhoods, and seeing fog roll over the nearby hills. Here's what I love about this city. It feels like a perfect blend of small-town charm and sophisticated California living. But there are challenges. Wildfire danger is a serious concern. Living costs are high, and job opportunities may not match larger Bay Area markets. Santa Rosa still has undeniable beauty and character, but its housing story is changing. And the next city reveals another California community where nature, economics, and real estate are colliding. Number 5. Oakland, California. Picture this: a city where historic neighborhoods climb the hills, colorful murals cover old buildings, and views of the San Francisco Bay create some of the most unforgettable sunsets in California. Oakland has always been a city of culture, diversity, and transformation. But behind its beautiful scenery and urban energy, the housing market faces serious uncertainty heading into 2026. Located in Alameda County, Oakland has a population of more than 430,000 residents. The city was incorporated in 1852 and grew rapidly because of its strategic location, deep water port, and connection to the expanding Bay Area economy. One unique historical fact is that Oakland became a major wartime manufacturing center during World War II, helping supply ships and equipment for the Pacific effort. Today, Oakland's economy is supported by technology, healthcare, transportation, education, government, and its major port. For years, buyers priced out of San Francisco looked toward Oakland as a more affordable alternative. But rising mortgage rates, remote work changes, public safety concerns, and shifting demand have created pressure on the real estate market. Home prices in Oakland remain high, but some neighborhoods have experienced slower activity as buyers become more selective. If companies continue reducing office demand in the Bay Area, cities connected to traditional commuting patterns could face additional housing pressure. Imagine walking through Lake Merritt, exploring historic districts, enjoying local restaurants, and hearing music from street performers across the city. Here's what I love about Oakland. Its creativity, food culture, and community spirit are impossible to ignore. However, living here comes with challenges. Housing remains expensive, crime concerns affect some neighborhoods, and the cost of daily life is among the highest in the country. Oakland's story is not about a city losing its value. It is about a city entering a new chapter. But the next California location on our list reveals a market where even paradise has started showing warning signs. Number 4. San Diego, California. Picture this: endless sunshine, ocean waves crashing along the coastline, palm trees moving in the Pacific breeze, and neighborhoods where people dream of living their entire lives. San Diego has always represented the ultimate California lifestyle. But even one of America's most desirable cities is not immune to changing housing conditions. Located in San Diego County, the city has a population of more than 1.3 million residents, making it the second-largest city in California. Founded in 1769 as the first European settlement in present-day California, San Diego has a deep connection to the state's early history. One unique historical fact is that the city's Old Town area preserves the birthplace of California's first Spanish settlement. Today, San Diego's economy is powered by the military, biotechnology, tourism, healthcare, technology, and education. Its beaches, mild climate, and strong job market have kept housing demand extremely high for decades. However, record high prices, expensive mortgages, insurance costs, and limited housing supply are creating new pressure. San Diego remains one of the most expensive housing markets in America. While a major crash is not guaranteed, affordability challenges could slow demand, especially among younger buyers and middle-income families. If economic conditions weaken, some areas could experience price corrections after years of rapid growth. Imagine walking through La Jolla Cliffs, enjoying fresh seafood near the harbor, or watching surfers ride waves as the sun disappears into the ocean. Here's what I love about San Diego. Few places can match its natural beauty and lifestyle. But paradise comes with a price. Housing costs are extremely high, traffic is increasing, and wildfire risks remain a concern in certain areas. San Diego's future will depend on whether demand can continue supporting these incredible prices. And the next city on our countdown shows what happens when affordability challenges reach a breaking point. Number 3. Los Angeles, California. Picture this. A city where palm-lined streets stretch beneath endless sunshine, where Hollywood lights shine at night, and where millions of people have chased dreams of success for generations. Los Angeles has always been more than a city. It has been a symbol of opportunity, entertainment, and the California lifestyle. But behind the famous skyline and luxury neighborhoods, the housing market is facing growing pressure. Located in Los Angeles County, the city has a population of nearly 4 million residents. Founded in 1781, Los Angeles began as a small Spanish settlement before becoming one of the most influential cities in the world. One unique historical fact is that Los Angeles was originally named El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de los Ángeles, meaning the town of Our Lady, the Queen of the Angels. Today, Los Angeles has one of the most diverse economies in the world, driven by entertainment, technology, healthcare, international trade, tourism, and finance. For decades, limited land, strong demand, and global popularity pushed home prices higher. But rising interest rates, high living costs, insurance challenges, and changing work patterns are creating uncertainty. The Los Angeles housing market remains extremely expensive, with many residents struggling to afford homes. While demand is still strong, some buyers are stepping back because monthly payments have become too high. If inventory increases and affordability continues to decline, certain areas could experience price adjustments. Imagine walking through historic neighborhoods, visiting local cafes, seeing artists create murals, and watching the city glow beneath the Hollywood hills. Here's what I love about Los Angeles. Its energy, culture, and endless variety make it unlike anywhere else. However, living here has real challenges. Traffic congestion, high taxes, expensive housing, and wildfire risks affect daily life for many residents. Los Angeles will always be iconic, but even legendary cities face change. And the next location on our list reveals a California housing market where the pressure is becoming impossible to ignore. Number 2. San Francisco, California. Picture this. Steep streets covered in morning fog, colorful Victorian homes standing above the bay, cable cars moving through historic neighborhoods, and a city that once represented the future of American innovation. San Francisco has always been one of the world's most recognizable cities. But today, its housing market is facing a moment of uncertainty unlike anything in recent history. Located in San Francisco County, the city has a population of around 800,000 residents. Founded in 1776 and transformed by the gold rush of 1849, San Francisco quickly became a major center of trade, culture, and innovation. One unique historical fact is that the city rebuilt itself after the devastating 1906 earthquake and fire, rising again as a symbol of resilience. Today, San Francisco's economy is driven by technology, finance, tourism, healthcare, and global businesses. For decades, the city benefited from Silicon Valley growth, creating some of the highest home prices in America. But changes in remote work, rising office vacancies, high taxes, and affordability concerns have created new challenges. San Francisco real estate remains valuable, but the market has shown signs of cooling compared with its peak years. Some neighborhoods have experienced slower sales as buyers question whether extremely high prices match today's lifestyle and work trends. Imagine walking along the waterfront, exploring Chinatown, enjoying coffee in a historic neighborhood, and watching fog roll through the Golden Gate Bridge. Here's what I love about San Francisco. Its architecture, culture, and history create an atmosphere that few cities can copy. But living here is not easy. Housing costs are among the highest in the nation, space is limited, and concerns about crime, homelessness, and city services have influenced some residents' decisions to leave. San Francisco is still a legendary city, but its housing story is changing rapidly. And the #1 California city on our list reveals the biggest warning sign of them all. Number 1. Palm Springs, California. Picture this: a desert paradise surrounded by dramatic mountains, streets lined with palm trees, mid-century homes glowing under golden sunsets, and a place where generations of visitors came to escape the cold and enjoy a slower pace of life. Palm Springs has always carried a unique charm, but beneath the beauty, this famous California destination may face one of the biggest housing challenges heading into 2026. Located in Riverside County, Palm Springs has a population of around 45,000 residents. The city became famous in the early and mid-1900s as a luxury retreat for Hollywood stars, including celebrities who built vacation homes in the desert. One unique historical fact is that Palm Springs became known as a center of mid-century modern architecture, with homes designed by famous architects that still attract visitors today. The local economy depends heavily on tourism, hospitality, healthcare, real estate, and seasonal residents. For years, buyers were attracted by beautiful weather, golf courses, resorts, and a relaxed retirement lifestyle. However, rising insurance costs, extreme summer temperatures, water concerns, and dependence on tourism have created new risks. Palm Springs experienced strong housing demand during recent years as remote workers and retirees searched for lifestyle destinations, but affordability has become a major issue. Higher mortgage rates and increasing ownership costs could reduce demand, especially among buyers purchasing second homes or vacation properties. Imagine walking through the quiet streets of the city, seeing classic desert architecture, visiting local art festivals, and watching the San Jacinto Mountains turn orange at sunset. Here's what I love about Palm Springs. It feels like stepping into another era while still offering modern California living. But paradise has challenges. Summer temperatures can exceed 110 degrees, housing costs remain high for many locals, and the economy can slow when tourism declines. Palm Springs represents the biggest question facing California real estate. When a place is built around lifestyle and dreams, what happens when the cost of that dream becomes too high? The future of these cities is still being written. Some may see price corrections, while others may become opportunities for the next generation of buyers. California has always been a place built on dreams. From the beaches of San Diego to the hills of San Francisco, from desert retreats to historic inland communities, these cities represent different versions of the California lifestyle. But as we've seen, even the most desirable places are not protected from changing times. Housing markets move in cycles. What goes up for decades can eventually slow down, and what looks like a warning today could become an opportunity tomorrow. Rising costs, changing lifestyles, economic shifts, climate risks, and affordability challenges are reshaping the way people think about owning a home in the Golden State. But remember, a falling market does not mean a city loses its beauty, history, or value. The streets, the people, the local traditions, and the stories that make these places special will continue long after the numbers change. Imagine 5 or 10 years from now, driving through one of these towns and discovering a community that has transformed into a hidden opportunity, a place where homes are more accessible and a new chapter begins. The biggest question is not just where prices might fall. The real question is, which cities will become the next great California opportunities? If you enjoyed exploring these hidden housing stories, let us know in the comments which California city you think could see the biggest change in 2026. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more stories about America's most fascinating towns, affordable places, and changing real estate markets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next journey.